Hey, what is up, guys? I just finished an interview with my guy Sharique, who joined the Savvy Salesman group, and he got phenomenal results out of it. So, just for you to know, I just give basics, and why it is so effective is because I have the personal touch. I sit with every single one, craft their sales process, craft their frame, and that's something that helps people get result. And everybody in the group, they actually go ahead and deploy their own strategies and figure out their own methods with a little bit of assistance from me, however, to get their clients. So one of my guys, Sharique, he has gotten tremendous success. He's working with multiple agencies as a freelancer. One of his clients bring upgrade and everyone, right? So I have interviewed him, understood his secrets, what exactly did he do to find prospects, what is his daily routine, so that you go ahead and learn or deploy some of his strategies in your life to find your first or your next client. Thank you very much for watching, and do consider subscribing my channel if you want more such interviews and more such videos and more such training programs to upskill your freelancing game. Thank you very much. Hi Sharique, what is up?
Hello Jayant bhai, how are you doing?
Awesome, I'm good, I'm good. So a quick introduction to my guy. So very recently I started a sales coaching program, and the reasoning behind that was like I want to hire some good to great salesmen for our team. And Sharique, being a freelancer, he wanted to scale up his freelancing and start an agency. And what we did is like we thought, you know what, let's start working together, and we started helping him in terms of sales. And my guy has been landing clients after clients ever since he has joined. He got a full-time job now, and he's killing it right there. So today we'll learn from Sharique, because I gave him methods, but he is the one who implemented customized things according to him. So what I will do in this interview is like I'll ask him a bunch of questions on how exactly he went and how did he land so many clients, how did he go about landing clients like up freaking grad in terms of edtech. And if you are somebody who is in an agency or freelancing space, how should you go about this entire process? So coming back to you, Sharique, quick introduction.
Yeah, sure. So as you guys know, I'm Sharique. I have been under training from under Jayant, and he's been training me in sales for the past 6 months, I would say, and it's been a recommendable journey. And I would definitely recommend Jayant bhai for sales, definitely for sure.
Yeah, awesome. Tell me more about you, bro.
Yeah, sure. So what do I do is I provide SEO services to edtech brands, and I have been doing this for past 2 years as of now. It's been a lovely journey though, and apart from that, I also go deep in content marketing also. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome, man. Thanks a lot for that. So yeah, Sharique, tell me more about, your journey of getting clients. What exactly did you do to land like so many clients one after another? What has happened?
It's a crazy journey though. So firstly, when I joined the Savvy Salesman training, right? So what exactly happened first was I was struggling with leads and like, the front end of the funnel, I would say. So by joining this Savvy Salesman training, firstly, Jayant, like you, bro, you really helped me out with fixing those problems. I was not getting qualified leads. I was not getting like, proper way to move forward from that. So solving those problems and solving the offer, solving the offer creation part, that was the major thing what I learned there. And once we did that, we moved ahead with learning sales, different techniques, different frameworks, how you build a rapport in sales, how you do the introduction, and how you transition, and all of the stuff. So this is like pretty amazing what I learned, and that's pretty much it.
I mean, that's mine, but I want to know your thing.
Okay.
Apart from, I gave you basic stuff. Please, let's be honest. Like that is aside. I'll take a testimonial later. That's not a problem. I want to know how did you go about finding clients? What was your process like? Did you send cold emails? Did you send LinkedIn? So what did you do there?
Absolutely. The first thing what I did is like, start a proper LinkedIn profile. I first optimized my LinkedIn profile, but firstly, I did not close those clients with LinkedIn. I went ahead and start generating leads, and I cold emailed them. It's hell of a thing right now. So I really dig down deep into cold emailing using proper personalized emails and using personalization in headlines, in context, in the CTAs and stuff around that. That really helped me. So that was one step with which I was able to book consultation calls, or I would say a 15-minute strategy session, or first call. So once I generated myself enough leads so that I can send out a bulk of cold emails. So I personalized them. I did a lot of personalization around them with the help of you, of course. And once I did that, I moved ahead and started sending out those cold emails. And I sent out somewhat around 250 to 300 cold emails, and out of those I got 10 people who showed up on the call. And out of those 10 people, I converted 2 of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice,
So
man.
that's it.
So when you talk about personalization, right, or sending that email, obviously cold emailing works, but the key to success is always personalization. So what do you mean by when you said hyper personalizing, we personalize to the core? What exactly did you do to like reach out to these people, and what level of personalization did you add to your emails?
Of course. The first things first, you need to understand the business. You need to really dig down deep into it. Like, what are the problems? What are the content these guys are creating? What does the search landscapes look like for these companies? And once you try to understand all of this stuff, right, you need to include those terms, those special nuggets into your emails, so that people can understand that, yeah, this guy knows me, this guy has researched on me, he knows what my content on internet looks like, he knows what my sales process would look like. He might know, what is the communication, what is the tonality of this brand. All of this stuff, once you try to include in your emails and you shoot out to them, it's this email is meant for them. They read it like that.
Awesome. So, can you give me an example? Let's
Yeah,
say
sure.
you are writing an email. So, I obviously can't write right now. So, let's say you are sending an email to me. What would be a structure to that?
Of course, first things first, like I learned from you, go with the subject line, put in the name, and supposingly if this email is shooting out for me, Sharique, this is for you, special alert. Subject lines is what matters right now. And once you craft a better subject line with personalizing it, you go deep into the context of the email. In the first half you talk something about what are they doing. Maybe you can talk about the recent post they have done in their LinkedIn, and you can talk about that, like what you liked about that and what you disliked about that. If you disliked around that topic, what is the thing you recommend to them? And well, yeah, that's in first paragraph you can cover that. And once you try to cover that, you transition into how might this method can help them to achieve a desired state from the current state.
Nice, beautiful, beautiful. And you did it for every single email. Did you automate this stuff, or did you like manually?
No, I did it manually.
250 emails you sent manually.
Yeah, I did that.
Really? And
Yeah.
how did I mean, I know it because I advised you. I should not look surprised here. But because when I say people, yeah, bro, you always send 300 emails, don't come back to me unless you send 300 emails, is something that I always recommend. And people think it's like a very, very tough job to send 300 emails. Like if you send 20 emails a day, it's just 15 days of work.
That's what.
How did you go about? Did you put a different schedule, or did you put how did you go about sending this emails?
Yeah, sure. I would love to talk about that. Firstly, I fixed my calendar. All right, what did I do after daily finishing up on my lunch? I used to sit down on my laptop for 1.5 hours. I used to generate leads. I don't need to do anything. I just need to generate leads at that time. So that was my first schedule. And after that, in the night session, when I'm done with every of my work, then I used to sit down again for 1 hour, and I used to send at least 15 to 20 cold emails a day.
20 cold emails a day. And that would like in an hour you could finish like
Yeah,
20
in an
emails.
hour, most.
Okay. Did you follow up with the rest of the leads?
I didn't, because I got so much of I converted 2 of them, so it didn't make sense to me. I was not having enough proper energy to focus on that specific area right now.
But bro, I would, from my experience, I would say you should also have a good follow-up system.
Absolutely.
So that, what happens is like, today you have 2 clients, but tomorrow it will vanish. I mean, you're doing a job, maybe you want to do a job for 3, 4, 5 years, but after that you mentioned that you want to grow an agency.
Of course.
But when you have the systems built from now, you will have a superpower by the time you're ready to like launch a proper agency and everything.
That's absolutely right, man. System and processes plays a very vital role. This is I have seen, and you know, once you try to make systems and processes around those things, you can literally move forward and outsource the things what
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
taking too much of time for you.
Yeah, that is there. Uh, Tell me more about the challenges that you faced in this entire journey, not just in terms of cold emailing. Like, what were the challenges you are facing even before you met me?
Okay. So first things first, like I talked, I was not getting qualified leads, all right, so that I could convert them, I would convert them. And the biggest challenge I was facing is cold emailing. I also tried cold emailing in my past, but it really didn't reflected well on me. So like I said, I was struggling with cold emailing. But I was not having a proper context to it, I would say. I was not doing personalization, and I would just sending out cold emails, like, you know, I was just shooting out mails to random people. So that was the worst thing I could do to my leads, I would
Yeah.
say. So that was the biggest challenge I was facing. And second challenge what I was facing the most, which was really, like, you know, holding me back, was to, like, you know, create an authority in sales call. So that really, like, you know, once I started to learn from you, that really helped me going, like, you know, beyond
Do you think
what I
this is
was.
something that freelancers in general face? Like, for example, uh, most people, even I see this, they just go ahead and randomly send emails and they're like, kahan se start karoon? Where do I get started? How do I get clients? And they just start doing random things, which is again not something that I would not recommend. I started doing random things, but when you have a systematic process, things just get easier,
Absolutely,
right?
that's right.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. And what would you recommend to a guy who is like just starting out and is like he doesn't know anything right now? ठीक है,
Okay.
अभी मैं फ्रीलांसिंग में उतर रहा हूँ, मेरे को थोड़ा बहुत लेट्स से कंटेंट राइटिंग आता है. What should I do first?
Okay. The first things first is you need to create your offer on what like, you know, thing you would be like going ahead, on what platform you will be creating for yourself so that you could sell yourself. What is the system you are selling? What is the method you're trying to showcase so that it can help your people in your niche. So that's one thing, and you need to decide on a niche first. And once you try to do that, you need to focus on like creating offer. You need to start generating leads. Best thing is do cold emailing. People, I don't know why they say cold emailing doesn't work. It hell works. So that's what. Focus on these things. Rest is another. It's just a glittering thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, awesome, awesome. Thanks a lot, man. Any advice for an young entrepreneur in terms of mindset? कि अभी अभी start कर रहा हूँ. What should be the mindset of them? Because I have seen you do a lot of. I have other students as well. People I have hired in my company. People who have not gotten any results also. And the only thing that I see is the difference of mindset. What was your mindset when you started reaching out? Because you also, so like 20 out of 250 emails is not something that is a very encouraging number. It's like barely 10%, less than 10% replies, which is not bad. Replies normally are 1%. You are getting almost 10% replies. But there are more no's and more no's than yeses, basically.
Absolutely. it
How did
is.
you cope up around that? What advice would you give to somebody who is starting and they're afraid that ये भी हो सकता है and I should avoid this or whatever? What should be your advice? What would be
First
your
things first, you know, if a person is getting started, the best one piece advice I would like to give him is develop a thick skin.
Yeah.
You need to develop a thick skin, bro. That's how you'll
Yeah.
survive in this market, in this
Yeah, man.
cutthroat market, I would say.
Yeah, there is absolutely no other way. I mean, it's not just this market, it has been, it's been years that we have been doing it. You're interrupting somebody's day and positioning your offer, and you definitely get more no's than yeses.
Absolutely.
But it becomes discouraging at some point. Did
Yeah,
you
it
ever
does.
feel discouraged while doing it?
It's a part of a journey. It's what I think. There, like you said, there are always some yeses and there are always some no's. If there are no's, there would be some yeses as well. You know, so focus on them. Try to learn as much as you can and grow as much as you can and develop a thick skin. That's for sure.
Yeah, that means you should be prepared to see
Yep.
more no's.
Yes.
And one thing that I've seen in terms of people who get really good results, for them it's like failure is like they treat failure as like normal. ये होता है.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're trying to do something and if you're failing, try to fail better next time.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And I also read this somewhere, like, you know, what happens is like, once you try to do things and once you fail at them, you get more confidence around it. Okay, like we can go ahead and I can do this task in a much more efficient way.
Hmm.
Doing this will definitely help you skyrocket yourself.
Awesome, man. Thanks a lot for that. One final question. I mean, I know your goals. What are your goals in terms of growing the business, and what are your plans in the next 5 years?
Okay, so first thing is like, I want to learn more of what I am doing right now. All right, learn more from you as well. And once I try to do that, I will definitely scale this up to an agency.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Thanks a lot for that. And yeah, any final words?
I think I'm pretty much done. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Awesome.
much for inviting me here.
Awesome. Thank you. Chalo, bye.